Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. And as you can see, as I just said, we're back on ARK. Because Wildcard just released the new Deinotherium. The Deinotherium was originally a mod by Garuga, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But yeah, they added this amazing elephant type creature to the game. So yeah, today we're just gonna tame one up, hopefully two. But this is the only one this is one of the only ones I found. I don't know why, but they're just not spawning. The other things on the map, for me at least, are taking spawn before it has a chance. So this is like one of like three that I found. But yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So how you tame these guys is actually different. You have to have beer in your last slot, right? And as you can see, it's sniffing. All right, its trunk is up and it's sniffing because it can sense the beer. All right, these things are alcoholics. All right, they can sense the beer, but eventually it will stop sniffing and stare at you, and then it will go. Okay, right, sorry. Oh, so no, that's bad. All right, okay. All right, now we're good. So basically, like when that happens, um, it will sometimes tuck its trunk in, and if it tucks its trunk in, that means it's bad. Don't approach it. Um, that means it does not want to be tamed at the moment. So then you gotta back up and wait for it, and then it'll start sniffing again. And then it shook its head no. All right. All right. Another shake head. So basically, this is the taming part, right? So there's three different animations it will do. It will shake its head, like that. It will wiggle its trunk, and it will wiggle its ears. So basically, what you want to do is you want to wait to get all three of those animations before you approach it. All right, and that's like 4 shakes. All right, come on. Come on. Okay, we got shake, and we got ear wiggles. Oh, nope. See, it wasn't. It said no. It said no. It's sometimes it. That's the thing, right? Sometimes it doesn't want to do it. You just got to be patient with these things. So, alright, so that's 1 head shake. That's 2 head shakes, which is about 20%. That's an ear wiggle. 1 more. And there we go. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, on a 150, on 3 times taming, it's 24%. There we go. That was another feed. There we go. So basically, you want to try to get... Oh, okay. You want to try to get 1 ear wiggle, 1 head wiggle, and 1 trunk wiggle. All right, because the animations do a certain percentage. An ear wiggle is a 50% chance that it will let you near. A head shake is 10%, and a trunk wiggle is 35%, and those percentages stack. So you kind of want to try and get all 3 of them. But like after like 3 or 4, if you like count up percentages, it should be fine. All right, bro said no. His trunk is trucked in, so we don't approach. All right, and you should get a music cue as well, right? The music should tell you, hey, listen, this guy doesn't want to be tamed at the moment. Chill out. All right, that's 1 ear wiggle. That's 50%. That's a trunk wiggle, which is 35%. 1 more. All right, we can try it. There we go. See? Perfect. That was perfect. It gave you all three of them right in a row. That's naturally what you want, but it's not going to happen like that every time because the animations are random. Oh, that's a trunk thing. There we go. Deinotherium tamed. And for these guys, at least, they come... Ooh, alright. Okay, here's what I wanted to show you. Look, so right here. Basically, when head shake, yeah? You want to wait for these animations. It tells you in the dog shake. So when it's a head shake, as you saw, when it's an ear wiggles, and when it's a trunk. When trunk goes left and then it goes right. Those are the three animations you look for. After you get those three, you go up and it should feed. But now, as you saw, it's randomized, right? The animations. And so the head wiggle is 10%. I mean, the head shake is 10% chance. The trunk shake is 35%, and the ear flaps are 50% chance that it will take the feed. All right, so that's why I said you usually want to wait till all three of them because it stacks. So if you get an ear wiggle, that's 50% chance. Ear flaps, not ear flaps. The trunk wiggle on top of that is 85, and then with the head shake, that's another 10. That's 95% chance it'll eat. You can do it after like 3 or 4 of the same ones if you like, if you build them up. But like it's not guaranteed, right? As you saw during the tame though, when he had his trunk tucked in, when his head is trunk tucked. Oh my god, I'm sorry. When he had their trunk tucked to the left or right of them, it means it's aggressive. So don't approach it. And its ears will flip backwards, and that also is a sign that hey, listen, don't come near me. All right, I'm gonna kill you. But yeah, that's pretty much that. All right, that's where they spawn. They spawn along the rivers. But yeah, I'm going to boop that, and I'm gonna save the game, and I'm gonna try and find a male and tame it up. And I'll be back once I've done all that, and we go back to base, and we can show you some of these guys' abilities. But yeah, I'll see you then. So I'm back. I could not, for the life of me, find another Deinotherium. So I just spawned one in. All right. I spawned a male in because I really want to show you guys this, and this is a showcase video. This world isn't for actual, legit playing through ARK because I've already done the island. But yeah, so I spawned in a male. Now, this guy, I got lucky. This guy spawned in at level 57 points into health. I mean, that's insane. You can get 57 points into health. I would have much appreciated those points into melee, but whatever. I'll take what I can get. So basically, normal attacks, right? Right click. I mean right trigger for console. Is just a normal, just collecting stuff. All right. Boom. All right. Now, left trigger is wood. Look it up. And there's a little bit of a cooldown on the wood gathering, but it's there, and it reduces the weight of the wood, so that's perfect. So yeah, on console, left trigger is wood. Right trigger is just collecting stuff too. Thatch. I'm guessing it's berries, right? Oh yeah, look at all those berries. Look at all those berries. Now, if you press right trigger and then you look around, so your camera, right? So you have your camera, you look around to your camera, and then you press right trigger, it'll do a stomp, and I think that should stun things as well. But yeah, all right. So, but what the main part of these guys is their bellow, right? So if for console, I know for PC it's C is the special key, but for console, at least for Xbox, it's you press the middle of the right joystick. In the middle there, you bellow. And for male Deinotheriums, right? They give you a 15% melee damage buff. The males do, right? Now, if we go to the females, we go over to this female right here. Come on. If we go to the female, right, and we bellow, it's different. Females, it's defense. So you get 5% less damage taken. Now, that buff can stack up to 15%. So you can have 3 females bellowing, and it'll give you 15% damage reduction. Yeah, with 4 Deinotheriums plus a Uti, that's insane amount of damage and defense. So yeah, these are literally the best herbivores in the game now. Now that they're added into the base game. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and breed them up and get like imprinted versions of these, and yeah, we'll mess around with them a bit, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, I'll be back in like an hour or so when I have the fully imprinted, fully perfect stat version of these guys. So yeah, I'll see you then. All right. So here we are on Carno Island. I have 4 imprinted perfect stat Deinotheriums, 3 female, and 1 male. All right, because that's what you want. Because you can't go above 15% defense with the female wars. So this is basically what you want, just for testing purposes. But they should bellow on their own when I whistle them onto attacking whatever target I want, right? So all of you follow me. Let's try to go over there. Ooh, look at that damage right there. Look at that. And these guys have no levels bumped into them. These are base stats you can get with an imprint. These are completely base. And with the saddles, it's amazing. Alright, I do believe there's an Alpha Carno over here. At least last time I checked there was. So I want to see if he's still over here. We can test it out. Yeah, there he is. Oh wait, there's another one right there. Look at them. That Alpha is doing 7 damage with them. With the defense buff and the saddles? Oh my god. Okay, don't go in the water, please. That Carno is being bullied. That Carno is being bullied. That Carno is literally being bullied. He's running! Look at him! That Carno is being bullied, man! Look at that. Oh my god. That's amazing. That there's 0 levels. Get that guy. Get him. Well, he's gone. Yeah, these saddles with all the buffs, with the damage buff, with the defense buff, with the maxed out saddles, these things are insanity. These things are insane. Oh my god. Look at them go. And I don't think they're even damaged. I honestly don't think they're even that hurt. I mean, the bleeding... The reason I did this is because of the bleeding, right? The Carnos, they bleed. But yeah, look at them. I don't think they're not having an issue. It's literally a mosh pit here. Oh my god. There we go. Wow. They're not even halfway damaged. This guy's not even damaged. They're not even halfway. Okay, you have to take into account it's with these saddles, right? These saddles also help a lot. But I wanted to see just how powerful they are. And max saddles, 0 levels, but fully imprinted with 1 male and 3 females. It's insane. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, everybody. I wanted to showcase these new dinosaurs off, like I have with most of the other new dinosaurs they've added. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So until next time, I don't know when my next ARK video is going to be, because recently we learned that they've just delayed Ragnarok till June because the UE5 update is pushed back, and they've made all the new maps in UE5, and they can't release the new maps until they get out UE5 5.5. So it is what it is. I'm glad they told us, right, instead of keeping us all in the dark. All right. Listen, I can't deal with all this negativity around ARK, especially with just what happened with Aquatica and Snail Games. All right. I tend to steer away from drama. All right, because I don't really like to get involved with it myself. I mean, do I like what Snail Games is doing? Absolutely not. But it's not Wildcard's fault. It's not Wildcard's fault. So whatever. There's a delay. That's fine. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I might do a few little things in ARK until June rolls around, but we'll see. But yeah, until next time, everybody. That's all. So I guess that's gonna be it. So until next time, folks, take care. Take care.